story of my adventures with Trans Jeju 100. 2022, I attempted my first 100k race. It was cold and wet the whole day and night. Eventually, it was a wrong turn that caused my race at DNF. This year, I'm gonna attempt it again. Trans Jeju 100 is a 100k race with over 4,000 meters in elevation gain across some of the most scenic places in Jeju Island and to the summit of Hallasan, the highest mountain in South Korea. After last year's DNF, I armed myself with an upgrade in GPS watch with navigation function, upgraded my headlamp, practiced my nutrition, and put in tons of training. I arrived in Jeju, however my check-in luggage didn't. It was delayed. This is why it is better to pack all or most of your racing essentials in your hand carry so that incidents like this will not jeopardize your race.
Wild bunny sighted in the forest. Check out the slope. They will be walking after the CP.
Not running?
You run now?
Not running?
Make sure you run, okay? Walao, steep eh?
It is always good to do a physical recce of the race route at least 2 days before the race to be mentally prepared of the terrain you'll be running in. Jeju is full of rocks. They are everywhere.
He's just staring at me.
The time has finally come to take the exams. After 10 months of preparation, the work is done. All you can do now is to do your best and be ready to adapt to unexpected challenges, which will happen in an ultra. And remember to have fun. You paid for this.
3 minutes to go. And except for the media team, nobody can fly in the drone. Are you happy? Are you happy in the morning?
Are you ready? Go! Woo! Push, push it! Go, 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 go!
The start of the route brings runners 5k across the town and into the forest, where the first checkpoint awaits. Then it's upslope all the way to the second checkpoint. At the beginning, it is very easy to get carried away by the adrenaline and push too hard. Need to have patience and stay relaxed.
Yo, what's up?
Alright, we just passed checkpoint 1 and I'm here with Brother T.
Yo.
So, how's it so far?
Oh, the weather is nice.
Weather's nice.
It's dry so far.
Yeah, dry so far.
Initially, the forecast is saying going to be raining.
Yeah.
But there's small precipitation a bit here and there, but so far so good.
Okay.
So hopefully it's clear all the way to the summit.
Yeah, but I think it will rain later in the afternoon.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
But
Just
that's
done
right.
about 8k
Yeah.
going up slope.
But
Okay.
The weather is a dry condition.
Yeah,
Let's keep moving.
keep moving. Alright, see you.
I call this segment the drain route, where runners basically hike up a long and narrow path beside a drain. It is annoying cause it's hard to overtake. It is long. Well, but to stay calm and keep moving along.
Okay, we got a runner here from Hong Kong.
Yep. Hi,
Your name is?
Tammy.
And you are doing the...
50.
Right.
Yep.
So how is it so far?
Good. Tiring, but exciting. Everything.
Okay.
Yeah, good.
Your legs okay?
Enjoying the ride.
Oh, that's good. Are you feeling cold?
Quite.
A
Yeah.
little bit?
Getting a little bit cold,
Okay.
especially on the mountaintop.
Oh yes, that's right. Seems like it will rain in the late afternoon. So
Yes. Hopefully, rainbows.
yeah, rainbows.
Yeah, I saw last year the
Oh,
video.
yes, yes,
Yeah,
it was.
they got a rainbow.
It was freezing cold, but the view was beautiful.
Yep.
Yeah. So we just passed checkpoint 2. We're done about 20k.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, fighting.
See you soon. Aja.
Let's go.
Checkpoint 2 to 3 is the first major climb up Halasan, where there are many stairs and it gets pretty windy at high altitude. And the view is fantastic. If only I can stop to admire. Soon after checkpoint 2, the 50k and 100k runners split up. we will descend Halasan over a series of boardwalks, stairs and lava rocks. That is only the rehearsal of what's to come after the second major climb up Halasan.
Annyeonghaseyo. We've passed checkpoint 3 on the way to checkpoint 4. This is a road section, generally gradual downhill, so very runnable. It's 12 kilometers of road and then we'll climb Halasan. So feeling good so far. A little bit of cramps when coming down, but it's okay. Just need to warm up the muscles. Nutrition is okay. I think I'm feeling well fed and well hydrated. Alright, fighting.
Along the way, we will run through the Jeju National Cemetery. This is a very underrated segment of the race. It is very beautiful with well-maintained fields and lots of greenery. It is 10 times nicer than the Bukit Brown Cemetery back in Singapore. Checkpoint 4 is where we got our drop bag, where I got my change of dry clothes, ate a lot, drank coffee and rested for 15 minutes. Cause after this, we are doing our second major climb to the peak of Halasan. It will be a long and hard climb. After nearly 3 hours, I finally reached the peak. It was foggy, windy and raining. Exact same conditions as last year, where I almost got hypothermia. I knew that I needed to get warm and descend quickly. I didn't even bother to look at the crater. It's too foggy. Cannot see anything. Just go. After descending almost 9k from the peak of Halasan, my quads were totally battered from skipping on the huge lava rocks. Luckily, I found a friend, Minnie from Hong Kong, to walk with. After reaching checkpoint 6, I was fully exhausted but had to press on. The next segment was arguably the hardest in the whole race. It was uphill and full of rocks, which made it extremely difficult to even hike up. By then, there was more than 70k in the legs. They started to feel wobbly.
Hey yo, this is between checkpoint 6 to 7. I'm all alone in the forest. It's tough climb up, surprisingly, and many rocks, which makes it very difficult to climb. I'm not sure whether you can see. Oh, as you can see, my legs are wobbly already. They are tired. It's starting to rain. This is gonna be tough. See ya.
Checkpoint 7 to 8 is also uphill and tough, but it's a segment I wrecked it 2 days ago, so mentally I was much more confident. By now, both knees were hurting and I was just hiking, but with every step and every hour, I am closer to the finish line. So why do people do ultras to suffer? Is it for bragging rights or to strike off another item on the bucket list? For me, it is the process that excites me, starting with setting a challenging goal, devise a plan, having the discipline to follow through the plan, yet being flexible to let life happen. Then test yourself in the mountain. Sometimes you succeed, sometimes you don't. Then the process starts again.